Happiness through curiosity on the Ranveer Show. Welcome to TRS Clips. Top 10 mistakes that Mr. Luke Coutinho has seen when it comes to weight loss related cases. You wanna talk about 10 common mistakes you see in India? Or actually, you have international clients, so I'm sure you see some mistakes all over the world.
Yeah, so I think, again, I'm a fan of perception because I believe our mind decides right then what's right, what's wrong. So number one, it's not weight loss. We say fat loss. Okay, aim to lose fat, burn fat, not weight, because you could be losing muscle mass, you could be losing bone density, or you could just be losing water and you'll be like, hey, my weight's going down, but you have a bigger problem. So weight loss alarms me. Fat loss inspires me.
Would you say that the mistake is starving yourself or being...
Absolutely. People don't know the difference between starving and fasting. So if they try to starve, like they've had a big meal today and they say, I just want to eat for the next 24 hours. Now, you think you're going to lose weight with that, but you're actually becoming more and more deficient in micronutrients that your body actually needs to help you burn that excess fat and the rubbish that you ate. So starvation will slow down your metabolism. It will depress you because you're psychologically depriving. Your survival system depends on energy. You're cutting it out, so that there's going to be a big problem with that. So that's another mistake, starvation.
Okay.
Number three, how people are doing fasting today. Completely wrong. Okay, fasting also follows a circadian rhythm.
You're talking about intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting, whatever it is. So you start off, try to maintain your timings.
Okay.
Don't just start off at 8 today and tomorrow it's the weekend, so you'll start at 2 in the morning and then keep changing it because you're actually confusing the biorhythms of your body. The next part is cardio. People.
One second. What is biorhythm? What is biorhythm? What do you mean by biorhythm?
Your biorhythm. So right now, put your hand on your chest. Your heartbeat is a rhythm. Put your hand on your pulse. Rhythm. When you meditate, Ranveer, it's a rhythm. Everything is rhythms. The vibration in the room is a rhythm. Everything's a rhythm. Now, I can disrupt the rhythm by getting angry. My heart rate will change. By saying something disrespectful, everyone in this room will change. These are biorhythms. Nature can change my biorhythm. The wind can. Temperature, rain, thunder, lightning. We're all biorhythms. That's why we vibrate. They say vibrational frequencies because we're rhythms. Otherwise, you can't. Okay. You can't vibrate.
Can I cut back a little bit in this conversation? I count the first mistake primarily as starving yourself, like
starvation.
Equating. The second mistake I would probably say is not maintaining your rhythms.
Yes.
And that could also be of like what time you sleep and wake up, etc.
And that's my next point, sleep deprivation.
Okay.
If you are sleep deprived and you are struggling to lose weight, it will be a struggle. No matter how clean your diet is and no matter how much you work out. Because we lose fat while we sleep.
And lots of modern day professionals complain that they don't get time. But the truth is that time is being taken away by empty scrolling on social media.
Absolutely. I'm yet to find one person, and I take it up as a challenge. When they say, I don't have time, I say, okay, sit with me and I can challenge you. I'll give you a free program, okay, if you really don't have time. And I always win.
And you work with billionaires as well.
Yeah. And we find time for them. They find time. It's not like we do. But simple. Where's this time? Oh, yeah, this is a waste. Remove it. I have 1 hour.
Yeah.
You know, so we all have time. It's about how we're using it and how we prioritize.
It's that whole concept of the people who say that they don't have time to meditate actually need it the most.
They need it the most. And the people who are like, I wish I had 26 hours in a day. No, absolutely not. Because you're already sending messages to the universe of lack. You know?
I wish I had.
Yeah, no, you have it. Make do. Everyone has it. The most successful people have 24 hours and we have 24 hours. What's the difference? It's not like they have more time. They're utilizing their time more effectively.
Okay, number 4.
So number 4, we spoke about sleep. Cardio.
Number 4 is cardio.
Yeah, people are just doing cardio.
Yeah.
But the truth and the science to fat loss is muscle. Now, when I say this, people say, but Luke, I don't want to lift weights. I'm not talking about big buff muscle. I'm talking about lean muscle that you can get with squats at home, lunges, push-ups, playing tennis, playing cricket, you develop muscle. That muscle requires protein. The more muscle you have, the higher your metabolic rate is. The higher your metabolic rate, you convert your body into a fat burning machine. And that's what we want. You know, people have put themselves into a box. So like, okay, I ate my 3 meals, I exercised, that's it. And I'm sedentary for the rest of the day. But you're not training your metabolic rate. I want to train a metabolism so that it works for me even while I'm sleeping, even while I'm on a 15-hour flight to New York. My metabolism is working for me. And that's how I make a fat burning machine.
Yeah. You know, again, I think a lot of people know this, but they just don't get to it because the activities seem daunting or it seems like it'll be a lot of work.
Right.
The one thing I've learned at age 25 is choose an activity you enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I discovered football at 25 and it was life-changing.
And that's great enough exercise.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic exercise. Of course, as everyone ages, you want to have a more holistic workout. So now with building muscle, I also want mobility. I also want flexibility.
Why do you want mobility and flexibility?
Because I can get stronger and more muscle, but I can also get stiffer. And I know that I'm only as young as my spine. So I have really strong people, they can't touch their toes. So you can really predict how their life's going to be when they're 45 and 50 and 55 with less flexibility.
That's your fifth
point? Mobility. Yeah. Your exercise program should be holistic in nature. Lift heavy if you want, but are you also flexible? Do as much of yoga as you want, but are you also building strength? So it's everything together that has to work. The other point is, again, with desserts and sugar, don't put yourself into extremes. It's not necessary. And I'll tell you why. My fittest and happiest people, starting from age 98, I have clients at 98, 96, 95, 70, 80, 60, 50, 40. What are the commonalities in what they do? They live in balance. They're not in extremes, which means they will have a dessert, but their other fundamentals are also right. They're not going to get consistent with eating the dessert every day. I have my 96-year-old patient. She's ex-army, Indian Army. She has 2 pegs of whiskey every day, even at the age of 96. She's healthier than most 20s I know. Most people in their 20s, because she's kept the fundamentals in place and she's happy. Today, a lot of people are trying to get fit at the cost of their happiness. They've become so obsessed. And I believe the first ingredient to fat loss, cancer, anything is a happy mind. Because when you're happy, you send a message to your body that everything's okay. So you're in homeostasis. Homeostasis is your body's intelligence to fix you, repair you, lose the extra weight. But when I'm in disharmony because, I feel so deprived, I can't do this, I can't do that, my life is around my workouts, and you're sad. You're not in homeostasis. When there's disharmony, the biorhythm is affected, no matter what you do. And that's why people are constantly punishing themselves with more exercises, which brings me to my next point, overtraining. If you overtrain, you are going to put on more weight because you're creating a hormonal imbalance.
How do you track that yourself?
Yeah.
In terms of, I think, honestly, the world of fitness and health in India today is a lot more educated than it was even 3 years ago.
Absolutely.
Way more educated than it was 7 years ago when I began, when no one knew anything. Yeah. Everyone's gone through some sort of training. Everyone's played a sport. Everyone's gone to the gym. How do you take a step back yourself? Like, what do you spot in your body? Soreness?
Okay. So number one, soreness is good. There could be a DOM effect, which is a delayed onset muscle soreness, which is good. I'm going to the gym after 5 days. I'm doing bicep curls. My biceps are going to hurt. Good. But the next time I go, it's become stronger. Now, the point is, if I'm working out, okay, and I wake up tired and fatigued, those same muscles are paining. I know I need more food. I need more recovery. I'm getting injured more often. Sprains. Today, it's like, I got a great physio. But my point is, why are you getting injured so often? Part of your workouts is to make you stronger, not to get more injured. I'm playing more football, but I'm getting more injured. So either my nutrition is out or my recovery, because my muscles can only grow stronger in a state of recovery.
Yeah. I'd also like to highlight flexibility again in injury prevention.
There you go. So the more flexible the muscle, the more I can train it. That's why your warm-ups and cool-downs for my bodybuilders, the warm-up is 30 minutes. The cool-down could be an hour. I mean, we all know Cristiano Ronaldo. After every game for the last how many years, he's the only football player who goes home to recover. Ice bath, Terragun, recovery. That's it. Because that's what allows him to be stronger the next day.
It's apparently what caused this breakup with Irina Shayk.
I don't know about that, but I think it's his level of discipline is fabulous.
Yeah, he wanted time to himself to focus on his recovery. Yeah. That's how at age 38, he's still one of the top footballers in the world.
Yeah, but see, that's a sacrifice, right? Anyone's success in today's world, you as well, there will be something that you have to sacrifice. Now, what is worth sacrificing? That is where we have to have the wisdom to decide. What is worth or who is worth sacrificing. But there can be no success without sacrifice. A lot of people out there on social media pretend, you can do it all and no sacrifice. But there can be, it's a law, it's like a law of nature. There can be no success without sacrifice. It's impossible.
We spoke about neuro-programming, I think, earlier. Where,
neuroplasticity, patterns. Neural patterns.
I feel the long-term kind of call to action here is the accounts you follow on social media, make it more around health, make it more around inspiration. That's what had helped me as well. Like just getting that much feedback from the social media I was using,
Right.
you are going to end up using it.
Right.
But rather follow a Luke Coutinho, rather follow some motivational page
Mm-hmm.
so that it kind of wires you over time.
I agree with that. And I'm never against social media. I think it's a boon, but it's also a massive curse. But the social media is not the problem. It's the person using social media. So now my point is, like today, a lot of people say, Luke, you're with Guru Dev, you're with Daji, you're with all spiritual leaders across the world. What's your part? My part is still open because there's so much to learn from everyone. Take what you need, making sense, do it. The point is the same thing with social media pages. Follow 100 nutritionists. But finally, what decisions are you making? Or are these nutritionists or doctors or influencers, you're so dependent that you even have to wake up in the morning and tweet, I feel this, should I break up with my girlfriend or boyfriend? I mean, for you to reach a point to ask social media that shows how disconnected you are and how out of control you are with social media. So my point is, we as human beings will always have the responsibility of empowering ourselves. So like when I meet a lot of my patients follow you, they're inspired. I say, what inspires you? I always want to know the why. What inspires you? He makes it simple. He speaks from his heart and he speaks sense. Something as simple as that. You've made a connection with patients, my patients around the world. So the point is, there's always something to take away from everyone. But the moment we hand over the remote control of our emotions and logic to the platform on social media, we're puppets. So social media, again, would be another point. Stop following social media to lose fat. Ask yourself one thing. Am I disciplined? Am I consistent with the basics? Yes, now I can maybe look for some more complication. But if I'm not, how is social media going to help me? Okay, maybe you want to follow accounts that then probably motivate you and inspire you, but you don't need more nutrition advice if you're not doing the basics. You don't need more exercise advice if you're not doing the basics.
Yeah. You have any last point?
I think whatever you do for fat loss, okay, I know we want to look good today, all of that stuff. And my point is, while you're also aiming towards building that body, ask yourself every day, am I also building happiness? Because I'll tell you, I have some of the thinnest people and the most amazing physiques depressed. What's the point of a great body? What's the point? Are you just eye candy, but you go home and you're miserable, you're depressed? So my point is, lose that weight, but are you also building happiness? Or have you said that when I lose weight, I'll be happy? Then you've put a condition and you are always going to be miserable.
So what's the CTA right now? Is it meditation? Like, is that?
I would use 2 words, 3 actually. Meditation, mindfulness, reflection. I'll give you a choice of 3 things because they're both beautiful, powerful. They're actually all the same in different ways. But some people, I can't meditate. Can you reflect? Yes. Start with reflection.
You mean writing?
Writing, thinking, reflecting. Doesn't matter.
Just sitting in one place and thinking about...
Yeah, reflect on your day. Like if we all right now reflect on everything that's happened from morning till now, I'm going to also pick up the bad things, but I'm also going to pick up the good things. Now that allows me to be grateful. Yeah. Otherwise, people are like, gratitude, Luke. I say, show me your gratitude journal. I'm grateful I have a family. I'm grateful every day. I said, go deeper. Yeah. You can only go deeper if you're reflecting on what's gone well for you.
Thank you for watching this clip. If you want to learn more about this topic, we've curated a playlist just for you. And here's a link to the whole episode.